Okay, so picture this. For Kochi, morning of May 4th, 2025, normally you've got this incredible buzz, fishermen, vendors, tourists everywhere.
Right, that usual vibrant energy.
Exactly. But this morning was different. There was this quietness, like something was, well, missing.
And it all centered around a teapot, of all things.
Not just any teapot, though. We're talking about a 90-year-old brass one from Ravi Pappan's famous tea shop. Gone.
Yeah, vanished. And look, I get it. Someone hearing this might think, a teapot? Really?
But it's so much more than that, isn't it? It's like a little bit of the community soul just disappeared.
It really is. Ravi Pappan's place, it's been a landmark for, what, over 60 years?
A long time. More than just a tea stall.
Absolutely. It's a meeting place, where people connect, share news, and that brass pot has always been right there in the middle of it all.
And this isn't some mass-produced thing. It's a big one, 10 liters, brass, made by Ravi's grandfather way back in 1935.
Wow, in 1935, you can just imagine the work that went into it.
Totally. And it's got these amazing engravings, lotus flowers, peacocks. It's beautiful.
Like a piece of art, really.
But the local legend is that the pot itself is the secret ingredient to their amazing tea.
Huh. The magic pot theory? Assam, cardamom, and made.
And as Ravi says, a pinch of magic. It's tied to the actual taste of Kochi for so many people.
It really speaks to how objects absorb meaning over time, doesn't it? That quote from Thomas Farghese, the 72-year-old regular.
Oh, yeah, about drinking history with a side of ginger.
Perfect. It just captures it perfectly. It's not just tea, it's a ritual, a connection.
Exactly. So you can imagine when it went missing, the reaction was intense.
Not just a shrug. People were properly upset.
Yeah, think local landmark theft, but way more personal. Someone actually joked it was like kidnapping our dosa pans.
Which sounds funny, but it really hits home how connected it is to everyday life and food culture there.
Absolutely. So this is more than just a petty theft. It's a real mystery, and we're going to dig into all the strange details.
Okay, let's get into the actual heist. What do we know about the timing?
Well, according to the Kochi police, we checked this with Inspector Shyam Kumar. It looks like it happened early May 2nd, around 2:30 a.m.
Middle of the night, then.
Yeah.
And the shop's location.
Right near those iconic Chinese fishing nets. Ravi usually shuts down around 10 p.m., leaves the pot on an iron shelf to cool off.
And he's sure he locked up.
Absolutely positive.
Yeah.
Says he locked the shutters securely, just like always.
And this is the really weird part, right?
This is it. No signs of anyone breaking in, no forced locks, no broken windows, nothing.
That's the pot gone.
Exactly. The only thing they found was this, like, faint sprinkle of tea leaves heading towards an alley.
A tea trail. That's almost whimsical.
I know. Ravi himself was baffled. He said something like he couldn't believe it but almost had to respect the nerve. But still, why his pot?
That's the key question. Inspector Kumar seems to think it wasn't random.
Yeah, he's leaning towards someone local, said it wasn't a smash and grab. The thief knew what they were after.
Which implies they knew its value, whether that's sentimental value or something else.
And they actually caught a glimpse of someone on CCTV.
Oh, really? What did they see?
Grainy footage from a fish stall nearby. Around 2:47 a.m., this shadowy figure scurries past carrying a bundle that looks suspiciously pot-shaped.
And then just melts into the alleys.
Yep. Disappeared into the maze of Fort Kochi, like something out of a movie.
Wild.
Ooh.
So the big question then is the motive. Why steal this specific, albeit beautiful, teapot?
Right. And there are a few different ideas floating around.
Okay, let's hear them. What's theory number one?
The most straightforward one is the antique angle. Brass antiques, especially old ones with history, apparently fetch a decent price on Kerala's black market.
Ah, okay. So pure profit motive, what kind of money are we talking?
We heard estimates from a Kochi dealer, Anil Menon, said something like this could go for anywhere between 50,000 to maybe even 2 lakh rupees.
Wow, okay, that's not insignificant. So up to maybe $2,500 US.
Roughly. Something like that, yeah. He called items like this a piece of heritage. So maybe just greed.
Plausible. Definitely plausible. What else are people saying?
Well, then you get the local gossip, the stuff you hear whispered over chai.
Ah, the juicy stuff.
Exactly. Some folks are pointing fingers at a rival chaiwala, Sharma's Tea Corner specifically.
Seriously, why?
Apparently, Ravi's shop got a nice mention in a travel blog recently, and the theory is Sharma got jealous.
Okay, that sounds a bit like village politics.
Yeah,
Any actual evidence?
none whatsoever. Pure speculation. But,
Uh,
it fuels the local Wilmer mill.
It certainly adds a layer of drama, doesn't it? Small town rivalries.
Then there's a slightly sweeter theory, the sentimental snatcher.
Ooh, sounds intriguing. What's the idea there?
Maybe it was a former regular, someone who grew up drinking tea there, moved away, and just wanted a piece of their childhood back.
Ah, that's actually quite touching. The idea of that connection being so strong.
It is a romantic notion, right? But Inspector Kumar threw a bit of cold water on it.
Oh, what did he say?
His line was something like, "Nostalgia doesn't usually come with the side of larceny." Practical guy.
Uh-huh. Fair point. So, romantic, but maybe unlikely. What's the last theory? It sounds like there's a wild one.
Oh, yeah. This is the absurd artifact hunt theory.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Okay, I'm ready.
The idea is the teapot isn't just a teapot, it's part of some treasure map.
A treasure map. Seriously. Leading where?
Linked to Kochi's colonial past, Portuguese forts, Dutch warehouses, maybe a lost spice fortune.
Get out. Like Indiana Jones, but, in a lungy.
Exactly. Look, it's a total long shot, obviously, but it's kind of fun to imagine, isn't it? Someone thinking this old pot holds a secret.
It definitely speaks to the history of the place, how stories can get woven around objects,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's, well, pretty far-fetched.
Totally. But whatever the real reason, the impact of the pot being gone is very real.
How so? What's changed at the shop?
It's just quieter. Robbie's using a plain steel kettle now, and people are noticing.
The tea doesn't taste the same.
Apparently not. We heard from a taxi driver, Anil Joseph. He said it's like drinking tea from a soulless machine. Said the flavor's just gone.
Wow. He even compared it to his hopes for a good government. That's saying something.
Right. It shows how much that pot meant.
And it highlights the role of these tea shops in Kerala, doesn't it? They're more than just cafes.
Oh, absolutely. They're like the unofficial parliament of the common man, someone said. Places where everything gets discussed, debated.
And Ravi's shop, with that specific pot, was a hub for all that connection.
Totally. We also talked to a sociologist, Dr. Mira Nair. She had an interesting take.
What did she say?
She called the pot a symbol of continuity in a city that's changing so fast. Losing it is like losing a piece of identity, she reckoned.
That makes sense. A tangible link to the past vanishing.
And you see that sense of loss online, too. The hashtag Save Ravi spot started trending on X.
Oh, way. That's amazing.
Yeah. People are sharing stuff, some funny, jokes about taxing tea leaves now, but also real grief. There's this meme of Ravi looking sad with a tiny kettle.
Oh, man. What was the caption?
When your heritage gets brewed away.
Oof. That hits hard.
Yeah.
It really shows the affection people have for the place and the pot.
It really does. So what are the police actually doing to find it? Aside from, chasing tea trails.
Well, they're trying. They dusted for prints, but mostly found flour, probably from the snacks Ravi sells.
Right. Not exactly helpful.
They've interviewed witnesses, but apparently most people were too busy enjoying their tea to notice anything suspicious. Understandable, I guess.
Uh-huh. Priority number 1,
Ah.
tea.
And they brought in a sniffer dog, Rusty.
Oh, Rusty. Any luck?
Rusty's big find was a fish bone, probably from the nearby stall.
Ah, poor Rusty, doing his best.
He is. But yeah, beyond that, they are doing proper police work. Checking scrap metal dealers makes sense for brass.
Good thinking.
And questioning known petty thieves. Though Inspector Kumar did admit, trying to sell something that big and distinctive wouldn't be easy. It's not like fencing a phone.
True, it stands out. What about Ravi himself?
He's put up a reward, 10,000, no questions asked.
Wow. He just wants it back that badly.
Yeah, he said he doesn't even care about catching the person, just wants the pot home. He even offered free tea for a month to whoever brings it back.
That's really generous. Speaks volumes.
It does. And the local kids have apparently turned into mini detectives.
That's adorable. Any leads from the junior investigators?
Well, one 10-year-old named Arjun presented a rusty spoon as a potential clue. So maybe not cracking the case just yet.
Bless him. Every clue helps.
Right. But the police are also looking at a bigger picture. There's been a bit of a spike in antique thefts in Kerala recently.
Oh, interesting. Like a pattern.
Potentially. They caught an interstate thief just last month, April 2025, with a bunch of valuable artifacts. So they're wondering if this could be linked to a larger ring.
Okay, so it might not just be a one-off local thing.
It's possible. They're keeping options open. But amidst all this, the community support has been incredible.
Yeah. What have people been doing?
Neighbors have been bringing Ravi spare kettles. so he can keep the tea flowing. Local artisans offered to make a replica.
That's lovely, though I guess it wouldn't be quite the same for Ravi.
Exactly his feeling. And some college students started a crowdfunding campaign.
Really? To help Ravi?
Yeah, they raised $25,000 an hour to help him upgrade security at the shop. Just a spontaneous act of support.
That's fantastic. Really shows how much people care.
And it doesn't stop there. The Fort Kochi Residents Association is planning a protest.
A protest? For the teapot?
Yep, a Tea Solidarity Day on May 6th. The president, Mary Tusa, said they want to send a message. Bring back the pot.
Wow. Community action in full swing.
Even celebrities are getting involved. The actor Tavino Thomas, he's from Fort Kochi.
Oh, yeah, I know him. Big star.
He posted on X, urging whoever has the pot to return it. Getting that kind of attention helps.
Definitely raises the profile. It's amazing how this one object connects so many threads. History, community, even celebrity.
It really does. And understanding a bit of the history helps see why it matters so much. Tea culture in Kochi goes way back, even before the British arrived.
Right, it wasn't just imported by the colonials.
No, it was already becoming part of life. By the 1900s, tea shops were everywhere, and they were vital spaces. A historian, V.K. Raman, called them places where revolutions were planned, romances sparked, and bad jokes born.
Ha, love that. So much more than just tea.
Exactly. And a pot like Ravi's, passed down, became a kind of status symbol, a sign of history.
And Ravi's shop itself has quite a history, doesn't it? Opened by his father.
Yeah, Pappan back in 1962. Apparently, it was even used to hide pamphlets and hold meetings for freedom fighters during the Quit India movement.
No kidding. So that pot has seen some serious history unfold.
Absolutely. Ravi joked it's witnessed independence, the emergency, the rise of selfies, and now a teapot thief.
It puts it in perspective. It's not just old, it's a witness.
Precisely. And losing it isn't just sentimental, it's hitting Ravi's wallet, too.
Oh, yeah. Business is down.
Significantly. He reckons about a 30% drop in customers since the pot vanished. People really seem to think the kettle tea isn't the same.
Wow, 30% is huge for a small shop. What does that mean in terms of money?
He estimates it's costing him about $1,500 a day. Over a month, that's like $45,000. A big chunk of income.
Ouch. That really hurts.
And it affects tourism too, right? Ravi's shop is kind of a must-visit spot in Fort Kochi.
Yeah, I've seen it recommended in guides.
A local tour guide, Priya Menon, compared serving tea without the brass pot to serving biryani without the rice.
That says it all, doesn't it? It's the main event.
Exactly. And she mentioned negative TripAdvisor reviews are already popping up because the authentic experience is missing.
Man, that's tough. So where does everything stand right now, as of today, May 4th?
The pot is still missing. Kochi is kind of waiting, hoping for news. Inspector Kumar says he's optimistic about developments soon, but, police optimism.
We'll see. And Ravi, how's he holding up?
He's keeping the shop open, using the temporary kettle he calls the imposter or the stand-in, trying new blends. But he says it's like trying to replace your grandmother's cooking. Just not the same feeling.
You can feel his frustration, but the community's still hopeful.
Very much so. People have actually been praying for the pot's return at a local temple.
Praying for a teapot, that's dedication.
The priest, Anil Sharma, apparently joked that if Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, can't find it, nobody can. Shows how deeply it's touched everyone.
It really does. So many unanswered questions remain. Where is it? Who took it? Why?
Exactly. This small crime has become this huge local saga. It tells you so much about community, tradition, the value of everyday things.
So if you're listening and you happen to be in or around Kochi, maybe visit Ravi Pappan's. Grab a tea, show some support.
Definitely. And keep your eyes peeled for a very special, very old brass teapot with lotus and peacock engravings.
Yeah, if you see it, let the Kochi police know. And hey, to the thief, if you're listening, maybe just bring it back. No questions asked. Ravi might even give you that free cup of tea from the other kettle, for now.
It's a story that's definitely not over yet. We'll be watching.
Makes you wonder what could go missing next in Kochi, doesn't it? A prized fishing net. Someone's secret coconut chutney recipe.
Let's hope not. But this deep dive into the great teapot heist has been fascinating.
It really shows how something seemingly ordinary can hold so much meaning, so much history for a community.
Absolutely. Which leads us to a final thought for you listening.
Yeah, think about it. What object in your own town, your own neighborhood, might seem ordinary but actually holds a deep perhaps hidden significance?
Oh,
What stories are embedded in the things around you?
something to ponder. We'll definitely keep you updated if Ravi's pot makes a comeback.